please. All right, here we go. Here we go today, Monday, Wednesday. Starting over. Welcome. It is Wednesday. Ageless Balance. I'm Ron. I can't talk. So let's just march in place instead. I hope this gets better in the next 45 minutes, my being able to come up with words, because I haven't started out too well in the first 10 seconds of the class. Arms and legs all going forward, backward. Everything's pointing right out in front of you. Everything is in alignment. Everything is stacked on top, giving your body the best chance possible to stay upright, not having a dog at your feet running underneath you. Whoa. That's what they say, though. I know, Bunny. That's what they say, though, that dogs are a double-edged sword because they're great companions. They are fantastic companions. They give you lots of exercise when you take them out for walks, but they also cause problems with falls. All right, heel taps out front, heel and heel. A lot of movement today, not a lot of fast, hard movement, slow balance movement today, but movement. So we do static balance, grabbing onto the chair, not moving too much, keeping the upper body nice and stable with the chair. And then we move the lower body, standing in one place, usually just single leg. Today we're going to be moving side to side, a lot of weight shift. Let's say a lot of falls happen during a weight shift. So when you're taking weight from one side to the other, when you're going front to back, anytime where you've created this momentum, that's when the falls happen. So we have to control that. One, by having the strength in the legs to control it. Two, by having the strength in the core. And three, by practicing the moves. For instance, out and back, an easy weight shift move. You're going over, you're right over the base of support. Your two legs are your base of support. You're in the middle and bring it back. Other side, out and bring it back. Get the arms going with it. Out and in. Weight shifting, you're totally in control. So what you want to make sure of is as you put that foot out to the side, don't just lock it out and pounce down on it. You want to have that as a shock absorber through the knee on the ball of the foot, going back to that agility. We talk about it constantly, about keeping the heels up, working off the ball of the foot, keeps the knee bent, out and back, out and back. And now as you come back, or as you go out, go into just a little bitty squat right here, stop your momentum. As you come up, try to get this smooth movement of, as the knees are starting to straighten out, you bring that toe up off the floor and step in. Out to the other side. That leg comes out and you start coming down, knees bend, up into the middle, upper body, lower body, working together. Not a hard move where you hit the foot to the floor and then you go down. It is all together. It is in that smooth movement, in that fluid liquid movement that you're going to run into you're going to have the best chance of staying upright for all movement. It's also the fine motor muscles we're working, which improve our reaction time so that if something does surprise us, we're in a position to be able to accommodate it. Out and down and back to the middle, back to just a march. So we did a lot of weight shift. What makes weight shift just a little more complicated, a little more, is cross-body movement. Cross-body movement also makes the brain work a lot harder. So starting out, just tap the foot to the outside front, out and over. Remember, over the toe, not around it. We're not going, look, I can get my foot around. Nope. Look, I can pick my leg up and step over that other foot. That's how you don't trip. Having to remember or having to get that foot out quickly when you get bumped or when you start to trip, you're most likely going to run into that other foot. Tap it out, lift, tap, get the arms going with it. This is a dancey thing. Dancing, dancing, dancing. That's what we're doing. We're dancing, dancing, dancing. And over and over. So that's a little weight shift to the side, crossing the legs as you come over and back, over and back. Take it out to a wide stance. Just feet out wide, heels up first, ball of the feet. Super important, super important. Push off slowly and easily. See if you can balance yourself on a single leg and then come back to the other side. Same thing. For me, I'm pushing off too hard on my right leg. My brain will compensate for that. And the next time I don't do it. But I don't have time to think about that as I'm going side to side. It has to happen automatically, which means we have to hardwire this into our consciousness, into our brain, our mind. Up and up. And I have to not stop using brain and mind interchangeably. Up. I get picked on for that. Up. And now tap the opposite leg. Up and cross. What are we doing? We're crossing the body with the shoulders this time. Warming up the shoulders, rolling them, not reaching across and down, but rotating the shoulders around as we bring the knee up and across the body. Like that. Whooshing sounds like a washing machine. Up, up. Couple more. One more. You're there. Shake that out a little bit. Go back to just the march. So that was cross body forward. Next thing we're going to do is start easy with just bringing the heel up behind us. And of course, getting the arm going with it, opposite arm. So as that left foot goes back, the right arm goes back. And this is a hard one for me. We're going backwards and I have to use the opposite arm, opposite leg. I have to get in sync first, then I got it. If I stop and have to restart, it takes me 15 minutes to figure it out again. Okay, maybe not quite that long, but a while. Up and back. Squeeze it behind you. Out and out. And now if you can, tap. Cross body. Look what we're doing. Using the brain again. Arm across the body. Reaching to the back. Tapping the heels. Not being able to see it. Proprioception. Letting the body, the brain feel where you are in space and adjusting accordingly so that you stand over that single leg, that you know where that heel is. Up, up, up. And you're there. All right. Back to just the march again. So the thing we did is we brought the knee up, tap, other knee up, tap. Then we brought the heel up, tap, then the other heel, front to back, with rotation, with proprioception, all sorts of stuff going on here. Hands out to the side, knee up. Take your time, slow. Tap. Tap. Now going around to the back. Tap the heel, opposite hand, opposite heel. Front, front, front to back. Rotation, different planes of movement, crossing the body. If your brain doesn't explode from this, you're set. You're not going to have a problem. And up. Take it at your pace. Up, cross back, cross front, cross back, and up, back, and back. We're done. Go to just a march. Tell you what, take a break for a second. Go ahead and sit down. Give your legs a rest, just a little bit of a rest. I'm going to grab some water. That was a fast 10 minutes, getting that first round in. So we're going to go back to those butt kickers again for this next set. I should keep my legs moving just a little bit. We're going to go back to those butt kickers for the next set, but we're going to do it a little differently. Instead of bringing the heel up to the butt, we're going to leave the knee at a 90-degree angle. So when the heel comes up to the butt, we're using these hamstring muscles in the back of the thighs. When the knee's at a 90 and you bring it behind you, that's using the glutes, bottom of the butt. Bottom of the butt. So up and back. It's a mule kick. Out. Up and back. Push. So I took a step backwards there. That's because the momentum drove me backwards. I'm trying to fight the momentum. I'm trying to stay right where I am so that if my foot does go backwards, if weight shifts underneath me, going behind me, I still have the strength to keep me right here in the center above that stationary leg. Push back. And back, out and out. Shoulders back as you do it. Let's move a little more weight backwards. Momentum, kick back, shoulder blades back. Give that momentum all behind you, all going backwards, and you have to stay right where you are. Right where you are. You're fine just the way you are. Kick and push back. A few more. All right, we're good. We're good. We're good. Front to back, rotation. Let's go back to side to side. We're going to just take 4 steps to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Back 1, 2, 3, and 4. So as you're doing this, you're starting to pick up the heel first, coming off the ball of the foot, get some height to it, then go to the other foot and up. Feel yourself, go slow. Feel the weight shift. As you pick one foot up, your body shifts to that other leg right over the top of it for balance, right over its base of support. You step to the side, you come back to the middle. As you bring that trailer leg, you're bringing your torso right up over that front stationary leg. And 3 and 4. You can take your time, you can get the brain used to it, but little by little, you'll notice that it just happens automatically, which is what's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be automatic. Automatic. Over and back, over. So we got all sorts of momentum going to one side. We're getting the hang of that. What if we take the momentum, shift out, pushing off one way, and then all of a sudden kicking out the other way and bring it down? So 1, 2, 3, kick off that single leg, bring it back down. 1, 2, 3, kick. 1, 2, 3, kick. Bring it back in, set it down, find your balance. Start again. 1, 2, 3, kick back to the middle, bring it down. 1, 2, 3. Too much? Tap the toe, bring it off the foot, or bring it off the floor, and then bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Tap, lift, and in. 1, 2, 3. Kick, and bring it in. Whichever one is the one for you. And kick, and bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Kick, and bring it in. We're going to take what we did earlier, cross body, and we're just going to do that 4 step. 1, 2, 3, 4, just like before, except now we've got some momentum going into it. We're building up momentum as we move to the side. 1, 2, 3, and then tap. Stop yourself right there, ball of the foot only, and bring yourself back. 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want, you can go into a grapevine, crossing the legs on each one. That's up to you. That's a little harder. 2, 3, and 4. But what you don't get is if you push off and just do 3 steps, you get a lot more momentum to the side. Tap. 1, 2, 3. Tap. You got to stop. Cross the legs. So now not only do you have momentum going that way, you're bringing that other leg over at the same time, causing you to go even farther out. More momentum to the side. You have to stop it with the hips, with the glutes, and with the core. Tap. 1, 2, tap, and back. All right. First time I've done this one on camera. So we're going to do, stay with me here. 1, 2, 3, tap, kick, and down. So 1, 2, 3, basic lateral steps. Tap the toe, bring it back up, cross back body, and set it down. 1, 2, 3. If that doesn't work, tap across, tap back, and then bring it in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, tap, tap, and back. Or 1, 2, 3, tap, kick, and down. That one is a lot harder. There's a more advanced move. Back, out, shifting weight, multiple directions. out to the left, stop it, bring it back to the right, kick, all on that single leg. 2, 3, tap, tap, back, 2, 3, tap, tap, and back in. Last 1, 2, 3, kick, kick, and down. So there is that one. There is that one. We're going to go out wide. Up, up, pushing off. Get the feel of just one leg only. 3. No, that's about 5. 6. I was way off there. 7 and 8. Bring it down. Other side. 1. See if you can get that foot up off the floor just for a count. Hold and then back down. You don't have to hold that long. It's just up and back down. What I don't want you to do is just shift weight up and then push it right back down again. Hold and bring it back down. That's where the stability comes from, is getting you used to standing over that stationary leg, being over the middle of your base of support. 6, maybe 7, sounds like a good number. And 8. Back out to the side, except this time as you go out, we're going to go into just a little bit of a lateral lunge. Butt goes back, out and in. 1, 2, up, 3, back up, 4, push back, 5, and up, 6. Get a feel for this. 7. It should be a fluid movement. 7, maybe 8 for sure. We're done on that side. Going back to the other side. Out and in. Knees are bent all the way through this. At no time do the knees ever lock out. Upper body comes down as that knee starts to bend. Butt goes right straight back. And up. Out and up. It doesn't have to be a wide step. 6, 2 left. 7, butt back. Bring it up. Last 1. 8. And back up. All right. There's that. What are we doing next? Here we go. We're going to get into one of these things. Stagger step. Stagger step, they call this. Stagger step, I call it, but I can't think of it. All right. So just find your balance first. 1 foot up front, 1 foot back. Knee, front knee over the ankle. Back leg, you've got a little bend in the knee. You're on the ball of the foot, not up on the toes. Ball of the foot. So that heel has all kinds of movement. And what's happening is all the movement is happening on the ball of the foot. So we're just going to bring the leg up and back. Same thing we did before. Up, except we did it side to side. Now we're doing it front to back. Step back, step up, step back, and step up. I don't have to keep saying step back, step up. You get the picture. You get the idea of how this is going. Back and up. 8 counts per side. Other side, same thing. Step back, bring it up. Back and up. 3. Really practice picking that foot up, stepping it back, ball of the foot. Toes touch first, and then it goes to the ball of the foot, and then all the weight is on the ball of the foot. Toes are on the floor, but just lightly. And I think 6, up, 7, and up, 8, and up. These are my favorite exercises, these movement exercises, especially these agility moves. Back, we're back on the other side. 2, up, 3, 4, halfway, 5, 6, 7. Last one is 8, and bring it in. Other side, 8 count. Take your time. Go as slow as you need to go to be comfortable. It doesn't matter if you don't get 8 in. If you get 5 in and you didn't fall down, perfect. Up, 6, 7, and 8, and bring it back up. forward, out, and back. 2 on the heel. 3, weight shift. Remember, this is all about weight shift. Now we are taking the weight shift forward, stopping between the 2 legs, pushing off of the front, back leg does all the work, and in, out, and in, out. 2 more. 1 more. And back, other side, whoops, forward, and in, 2, and back. If you want, 3, see if you can get just the heel down there, 4, and balance on that. 5, a lot harder, a lot more intense. 6, 7, and back. 8, and back. 1 more time, both sides. Out and in. Whole foot if you need it. 2, and back. 3, toe up first. 4, halfway. 5, heel only if that's what's comfortable for you. Or if it is comfortable for you, try it. 7, and back. 8, and back, other side, going forward. 1, 2, weight shift. 3, I was not weight shifting. 4, bring yourself between the 2 legs. 5, and back. I had problems with that one. 6, 7, finding my balance when I'm out there on that heel only. It's a lot harder. And 8. 1 time through, back to front, 8 times each side. So here's what we're going to do. Pendulum swing. 1, and up. 2, stationary leg does a lot more work here. 3, behind the leg, up. 4, oops, now 4, and back, and up. 5, take your time with this. Go as slowly as you can. It doesn't matter how wide you're going. It just matters that you're on that stationary leg as long as possible. And weight shifting. Up and back. Other side, same thing. Starting back and forward. Step back. This is a gait pattern. If it feels like walking, it is walking. It's exactly what it is. Up, except for the and back thing, because you wouldn't get anywhere if you just took 1 step and then took 1 step backwards. Up, although there are a lot of people who do that. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Up and back. I'm included in that. And step back. 6, 2 more. 7, and 8. Bring it back. Sit on down. Grab a drink. So you may have noticed that we did forward and back. We did side to side. We did rotation. We did cross body. What we haven't done is diagonal. But don't worry. If you're at home sitting there going, hey, wait, we haven't done diagonal yet. You're right. We'll take care of that for you. Good call. If you notice that, you get a gold star for the day. Grab a drink of water. Hopefully you've relaxed a little bit. So by now, what you don't see in dynamic movement is lower body strength. You should feel fatigue in the muscles, in the quadriceps, maybe the hamstrings a little bit, definitely the calf muscles from keeping those ankles up the whole time or keeping those heels up the whole time. So everything from the hips down should be a little fatigued. You should feel like you've been working. All right. We're going out wide and we're bringing that knee across and back down again. Momentum shift diagonally, cross body and back down again. If you need to, tap the foot just to get used to crossing the center plane. Out and back, but take it back at a diagonal. forward and back, or reach across a lot harder and bring it back. You're getting a little bit of a rotation in there with the arms, with that leg in the hip socket, but not turning the hips. You're not rolling around on that leg. You're keeping the hip on that other side perfectly straight as you bring that moving leg cross body from the socket. That's where the movement happens. Out and back in, elbow out or elbow in if you want. So reaching out, cross, work the core at the same time. Again, tap the toe if you need to, bring the elbow down. Up, you should feel all kinds of stuff happening in that stationary leg, that ankle. Out and in. It is doing all kinds of work to hold that foot straight, hip steady. Up, out, up, out, into the middle and out. Cross body, bring it back, cross, one more time, and you're good. Other side. So this class today is a little more intense than we usually do, but dynamic balance is so important because we don't just stand in one place on one leg all the time. This isn't the natural position for us. Moving is the natural thing for our bodies. It's supposed to be. So we need to be able to balance as we move. We need a lot of strength and we need a lot of training for the brain on it. All right, other side, arm out, leg out at a diagonal, bring it across and out again. Stationary leg, pointed forward, toes forward, knee is forward. Stays like that all the way through this. Up and back. Cross body, tap the toe if you need to, and back out. Get rid of the arms if you want. It's most important that you work on that tapping across from a diagonal. Body may not know how to do diagonal. You may have to protect yourself or prevent yourself from falling when you're moving at a diagonal. So the body's got to be able to know what to do. We're teaching it. We're teaching it. Don't worry. They'll figure it out because we told it what to do. Down, up, down, up. One more time. And bring it back. Heavy glute exercise that was right on the sides of the butt. Right on the sides of the butt. All right. Hands up, genie style. Hands come down, tap the knee. And back up, down, and up. Just take your time. What you're going to feel here is a stretch through the very muscles we just worked. Those glutes and hamstrings. Tricky, wasn't it? Don't bring that knee up any higher than you have to or than is right for you. Reach down with the arms. Rotate the shoulders. Up. Feet out wide. We're just going to go out, out, and in. Step out, step in. Nice and easy. We're starting to cool down a little bit here. Out, in, out. We got a half hour of some pretty heavy balance exercises in. We're starting to cool off the hips, the legs, those muscles all through there. Bring it in, bring it out. And in, out, and in. Step out and stay out. Stay wide here. Just bring the heel up as you balance, as you weight shift. Up, up. So before we did it, pushing off, we're kind of going through the same exercises we already did, but much slower, much easier. Hitting all the same muscles, but cooling them off. When you contract a muscle, when you move a muscle, you contract it. You contract it over and over again. You need to give it time to cool back off again to get rid of that contraction. Up, up. Couple more. Back and back. Step the leg out to the side. Push the butt back. Bring it back into the middle and step in. Step out. Hands on the thighs. Don't go very deep on this one. All you're looking for is this nice, easy little stretch going up the hamstrings, going up into the glutes and back in. Step out, right down the middle, shoulders come right straight down. You've got your body put right between the two legs, down and back up. This time, as you go out to the side, take yourself over that stationary leg, over that lead leg. They're both stationary, over the lead leg. Push the butt back. Feel the little better stretch going through the hamstrings and glutes now. Push it back off, come to the middle. Other side, same thing, step out. Butt right straight back, shoulders square to the floor. Looking for that stretch in the back of the hip or back of the leg. And push up. One more time each side. Out and back. Bring it in, other side. And back to center. Taking the left leg first, step it out. Bring the toe up. If you want, you can put weight onto that stationary leg, the one that's back, and then just bring the toe up on the front leg. So you're pivoting off that heel, feeling the stretch in the hamstring or in the calf muscles. You got a little bend in the knees. Hold that back for a little bit. Nice and comfy and relax. Other side, same thing. Hand on whichever leg you want, if you even want it. Otherwise, you can put the hands behind your back. Shoulder blades are back. To keep those shoulders back, keep your body in neutral position. That helps that stretch back in the shin, in the back of the shin. And release. Go ahead and grab a chair. The next ones we're going to do for loosening up, cooling down the muscles of the lower body is feet apart. Toes out at 45, knees out at 45, hands, palms against the thighs and heel of the palm. There we go. And bring yourself down in front. Keep the back straight. The head's looking down, but the head does not go below the heart, so you don't drop the chin to the chest. You keep the spine straight. And then push up through the hands, through the hands only. All right. Left hand behind the left thigh. Pick the leg up, roll it out. We did all of those crossbody where we brought the leg across. That's going to tighten up these muscles on the inner thigh, so we want to stretch those out. Be careful with it. Use the hand to control the movement. Little rotations. One way, then back the other. Remember, the knee and the toe are in alignment as you're out there. What usually happens is foot stays in the middle, knee goes to the outside. Straighten them out. You're not going to get the stretch of that inner thigh, which is what we're really shooting for on this one. And we do not stretch those inner thighs muscles enough, anywhere near enough. They get weak and they get tight. Other hand, same thing. Out. Sits bones don't turn. Nothing turns but that leg in the hip joint. Around. One way. Go back the other direction. Turn it, turn it. It's like you're winding up a watch. And wait, does anybody remember when you used to have to wind watches? That was a thing at one time. If I told that to younger people now, they'd go like, how do you wind up a digital watch? All right. Next thing we're going to do is pick up the leg, grab onto the shin and bring it in as tight as you can to the torso. Roll the shoulder blades back. And open up the chest while you're doing this. Get the shoulders open as wide as you can, or shoulders back as deep as you can. Opening the chest as much as you can. Relax. Let's go to the other side. Same thing. Pick that leg up. Deep breath in while you're doing this. Give yourself a chance to relax here. Get some air into the bloodstream. Get flowing through all the muscles, through the brain. Get some air in the brain. And relax. Feet together. Just bring the knees apart into a butterfly. Take the hands, spread them just a little bit. Again, shoulder blades are back. Feel the stretch on the inner thighs, the groin muscles, but be really careful with this. As you come back in, take the hands, roll them to the outside of the thighs, and use the hands to bring you back in. After you stretch those groin muscles, you do not want to activate them immediately. Use the hands to bring the legs back in again and relax. Left foot, ankle over the right leg, and bring it up. And just let that leg drop. All you want to feel is a stretch on the outside of the hip. That's what you're looking for. Right on the outside of that hip. Nowhere else. You don't want to feel it in the groin muscle. You don't want to feel it in the front of the hip and those hip flexors. No, no, no. That's not where they should be. Relax. Other foot, same thing. We're trying to do is stretch out that muscle on the side of the hip. Goes from the butt all the way up and around into the hip, into the groin in the middle. Keep your shoulder blades back. Little pressure if you want. I'd prefer you didn't, but if you need a little more stretch so you can feel it on the outside of the thigh. If not, the other thing you can do is bring the foot up a little higher. And relax. And drop that down. Cross the knees. Right leg over the left. Nancy's not here, so I don't have to tell her not to do that. Take the hands, grab onto the shin of the top leg and bring it in. As tight as you can, rolling the shoulder blades back. This one you're going to feel on the side of the butt, in the gluteals, the medial glutes. Deep breath in. Roll the shoulder blades back. Squeeze as much as you can. Relax. Same on the other side. Right leg over the left. Grab onto the shin of the right leg. Bring it up with the feet, legs crossed. Roll the shoulder blades back. This is right in the butt. Right smack dab in the side of the butt. Smack dab. Never thought of that. What does that mean? And relax, release. You know how often we say words and phrases and we never think of where they come from? It's craziness. It's craziness. All right. We're going to do the hamstring muscles. So taking your right leg, extend it out on the heel, and then relax the foot. Roll the shoulder blades back. You've got a little bend in the knee. Little bend. And with the shoulder blades back, put your weight into that front leg. Keep the shoulders square to the floor. You're coming right down over the top of that leg, right over that. Right over this right here, the quadriceps, the thigh. Yep, it didn't get any better. Went the whole class, didn't get any better. You're looking for the stretch in the back of the thigh is what you're looking for. Just concentrate on that. Forget the rest of what I said. Didn't make any sense. And bring it back up again. Other side, same thing, taking the right leg out. Extend it out, shoulder blades are back. And leaning into that front leg. If you start to feel this real heavily behind the knee, relax the knee just a little bit. You really want to feel the main part of the stretch to be from the butt all the way down the back of the thigh. And if you can't feel it, get those shoulder blades back just a little bit more. Straighten out the knee just a little bit more. Find it. You have to look for it where it's at today. Every day is different. Every body is different. Every day is different. Every minute of every day in every body is different. Okay, I'm done with that. And relax. Right hand, right knee. Take the left foot and put it behind you just a little bit. We're going to bring the left arm up and rotate it back, and then turn the chest to open it up. And then bring it back to the center. Same on the other side. Left hand is on the left thigh. Right foot goes behind you. That right hand goes down on the inside of the left leg. Roll it up in a big arc, swing it around, roll the chest with it, roll the shoulder blade back. You want to make sure that you're rotating the spine, but it's in a neutral position. You don't want to be bending forward. You really don't want to be, trust me. You don't want to be. Don't do it. I'm telling you, don't do it. And back, down, again. Legs out wide. We're just going to take a nice, easy lunge over one of the legs. So taking your hands, putting it on the thigh, you've got a foot out, knees out, 45-degree angle. Lean into that side. Put all the weight into the hands. Let that stretch happen in the back of the thigh. You're going to feel it up into the glutes. It's going to go on the outside of the leg, outside of the hips. Push up through the hands. We're going to do the same on the other side, leaning out. So just like we do a lateral lunge in a standing position, we're doing it in a seated position. You can get just a little more stretch this way because you don't have to worry about balance. You're not worried about falling on this one. Inner thigh, groin, hip. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hurry. And back up to single, sitting upright. Fingers intertwined, palms up over the top. Palms facing up, hands over the top. Shoulder blades are back, roll the shoulders back. So you really want to concentrate on trying to get those shoulder blades back as far as you can, those shoulders. Hands back, hyperextending the back if you can. Feel the stretch through the front of the shoulders and the chest. And then bring the arms right down in front, roll the shoulders out. So as you bring the arms down, those shoulders will start to roll forward. Get them back again, and then bring the chin to the chest. Roll the shoulders out so that you feel the stretch in the upper back. Release, relax. Legs apart, hands right down the middle, palms facing the floor. Feel the stretch all the way through the arms. I want to work them really well. Fingers, forearms, upper arms. And shake that out. Hands underneath the thighs. We're going to bring it up over the top. Deep breath in. Stomach out. Exhale, grabbing onto the back of the chair. Bring the arms around to the back. Roll the shoulder blades back, opening them up the chest. Opening up the chest. Shoulder blades are back. Feel the stretch through the shoulders. It feels good. It feels good. It feels good. And then hands on the thighs. Roll the shoulder blades to the floor, making that curve, that bowl shape. Again, deep breath in and hands down underneath the thighs. Bring them up overhead. Roll the shoulder blades back, going into the neutral position. Deep breath in, forcing the stomach out. And exhale. One more time. Bring it up overhead. Get the stomach out. Feel the lungs open up. And exhale. We are done. We are good for the day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I will see you next time.